got some serious synthwave rolling for you guys today.
Dude, I love 80s sounding
They
shit.
said they love the synthwave, so that's why I transitioned to all synthwave. And I type in Tom and Dan Orlando synthwave, and this is what it came up with.
Who's that guy, like Night Lord 1985 or whatever, that just does this shit? I can't never think of his fucking name.
Well, he's out of a job now because I can make endless amounts of these in 12 seconds. Like I made 5 different ones for this morning. This morning I just sat here and I said, Synthwave Florida, give me this vibe. And it just creates endless amounts of them. What's up, everybody? Good to see you. Tom, I need to fix your camera. Keep doing what you're doing, buddy.
Do that, Tom.
All right, Tom Cam.
This would be so easy if I could remember the guy's name. I could put it in alphabetical order and find it.
Let's try that. Yeah, let's go with that a little bit. All right, Mr. Van. What are we starting with? What we were talking about before?
Yeah.
You want to go with that?
I'm curious if Ross, because I never heard this. I never noticed this.
I'm going to get, okay, we'll hash this out on the show. All right, you start. Here we go. Monday 1, 3, 2.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Wow, that was a weak I am Dan. I am Dan, and we are live on Twitch and YouTube. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Well, it's a Monday. I happen to know we both got drunk yesterday at a water park.
Oh, man, that was rough. That was rough.
And,
I had to get my money's worth out of those Blizzard Beach cups.
You know, it's not often
40% off draft beer. I was just going for it, Ross.
Not often I start drinking in the, before noon.
Oh, it's my favorite.
It is good.
Yeah, you got to stop before 4, though.
But
You got to stop before 4. You can't keep going. Your problem is you keep going.
No, I did.
You stopped?
Yeah, I can't. Slow stop.
Like a train, like a train stopping.
Ross McCoy's here.
Hey,
Ross.
I only day drink now.
Oh, okay. There's that. Yeah.
Full transition. I like that.
I can't drink at night and then go to sleep with like a belly full of liquor
Agreed.
or beer or whatever. That destroys me. So
Yeah.
I got to start by noon and then. But the trick is ending by 4.
Yeah.
Once you're at 4, you just want to keep rolling.
And then I have one more addendum.
You have no willpower.
You have to
Gone.
end before 4. If you have a business meeting, you end before 2 the next day.
Okay, all right.
And then you'll be proper. You'll be fine. You'll be totally fine. You got to give yourself the extra 2 hours.
Yeah, it does.
If you power through, you'll kill yourself.
Where were you earlier this week when the day before an 18-wheeler full of fireworks came into the Power Spot warehouse? I decided to get hammer drunk.
Oh man.
What weekday are we talking?
What was it? It must have been like a Tuesday going into a Wednesday, something
drunk
like that.
Tuesday's a good Tuesday.
Yep. Yeah. And it was a night drunk, went to sleep on it, all the worst
You must have been
ideas.
feeling good. Whenever I load them up on a Tuesday, and that's what I call drinking. So you load them up on a Tuesday. If I'm going to load them up, something happened. Like maybe Tom came in and he's like, that big client I was working on, sealed the deal. I got it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So then I get a little adrenaline. I get in my car, and I'm like, you know what? I deserve, because Tom sealed the deal, I deserve to treat myself to 4 pint tall boys of Coors Light. So I drive up to my 7-Eleven. The ladies see me, and they're like, hey, little alcoholics here. And I walk in. I get the 4-pack, and and it's great. But I will say, Wednesday morning, not good. Wednesday morning, not good on a Tuesday when you load them up.
I made a huge mistake. I was following the whiskey then beer you're clear method. Right?
Yes.
But
friend of Jack. Friend of Jack. Red on black, friend of Jack. Yellow on red. Kill you dead.
So I started with my whiskey, and then I transitioned into Kirkland Lager, which I was just telling Dan. By the way,
he's selling me on Kirkland Lager. I'm in.
It's
Kirkland makes lager.
And we're getting some, dude. We're drinking it on Friday.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
bringing it in on Friday. Can you, Costco, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I got a membership. I'm going.
Mr. Kirkland has a GD spectrum of products.
So much
Oh my God, we
stuff.
lost 40 people in the chat room just out of pure anger. They're so mad that you drink Kirkland
You make
Lager.
beans, corn, water, bread.
Dishwasher soap?
Yeah. Hey, I like their dishwasher soap.
It's the best.
It goes a long way.
It's the best.
Yeah, I
Soap
like
and
it.
lager?
It's non-dry. Oh, they got the best. I can't wait to get my hands on a nice cold Kirkland Lager. What's the can look like?
It's just like a plain. It's kind of like red and gold.
Oh, I like
and
that.
And it says like Kirkland Lager, just like all their stuff.
That's almost more American than red, white, and blue. Red and gold. I like that. I like gold. I like red.
And so don't sneer at it until you've tried it. I'm telling telling you, it is like the best dollar beer
He's
you
not
will
a beer
ever
man.
have.
I'm trying to get him to become a beer man now that he's old like me, or he's becoming old like me. He's not quite there yet. You got to start drinking beers.
But
it'll make your sideburns look less gray. When you hold the beer, it looks.
Is it a generic Kirkland can? Like,
yeah.
It's got the squiggly. I'll pull it up.
They kind of make an effort at some little calligraphies on it to make it look beer
like
canny.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I want it just
it's
to be
not straight
Kirkland.
up generic. No.
Oh.
But the
Kirkland, weird. Oh wow, it's beautiful. Ross, it's beautiful.
It's delicious too. I'm telling you, it's not like I'll put up with this for $1. It's like for $1, this is the best beer I've ever had.
That is a beautiful logo. That is so generic. That is the most generic lager logo. Oh, I love it.
But it screams beer.
It does.
It's just like, let's just make this in cursive. That's it.
Ross, I like this. I like this a lot.
I put some gold leaf.
Here's the can. Oh, it says something on the. It says on the can. It says, "Savor the triumph of a 2023 Great American Beer Festival gold medalist."
I forgot about that.
A beer that stands out among the finest in America. That's not true.
That's my favorite part of the can is just taking a sip and then imagine, and what is that, 2023? That 2023 beer championship when like the all the big beers in America are there. They brought their best beers, and then the guy comes on the PA and he's like, "Winner, best lager in America, Kirkland."
And then some guy jumped up and down and was like, "Hey, we did it, dog, we did it."
Right, yeah, but then you look around and you're like, this place, look at
the guy from Highlight, just like a gun to his temple, like
but all the market, like who?
We know a lot of those guys. I mean, you're talking about some local royalty around the Orlando, Tampa area.
Yeah, but I'm sure that
beat by Kirkland.
This is a fancy stage they got. Who paid for all this? Is this Costco money?
Yeah, some Kirkland staging.
And then you go to like Costco headquarters, big old trophy in the lobby, best beer 2023.
Yeah.
But what throws the equation off? Whiskey, then beer, you're clear. What throws it off is if you have half a beer and then decide to top it off with whiskey. I figured it's still a beer, right?
Wait, you were pouring whiskey into your beer?
Yeah, I did a whiskey top off into a Kirkland Lager, and that was a huge mistake.
With vodka, that's called turnpiking. And that's one of the drunkest I've ever been was at Tibby's. Our friend Jeff Howell plays there. Casey Howell plays there. I would turnpike beers at Tibby's. Don't do that, Ross. What are you doing?
That's a terrible idea.
It hurts.
Yeah.
And you don't taste it. Or it tastes good.
Tasted like Kirkland Lager to me.
Yeah, it goes down, especially if it's cold. See, the vodka trick is you get the vodka like literally, so it's so cold. You know when you get vodka so cold that you pick it up, it's thicker, and you're like,
yeah.
You pour that thick vodka into an ice cold beer, it sinks to the bottom, and you can't taste it.
Yeah,
and then you slam the beer.
Oh man.
Called turnpiking. Our buddy Fabazi invented that, or I'm sure other people invented it, but oh man, rattles my bones.
So happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
It's
happy Cinco, everybody.
Is that something for someone?
No, I don't think that's a thing. But I think you're allowed to say that.
The Mexican restaurants, they'll have people go out to a Mexican restaurant.
You doing tacos?
Taco
Monday? You doing some tacos tonight?
I'm just kind of glad I made it through May the 4th without anybody saying Happy Star Wars Day to me.
I didn't get that either.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm glad that that's dying a little bit because I hate May the 4th.
Yeah.
And I also hate the NSYNC It's Gonna Be May. I hate all of that.
Right.
I hate anything that you guys do that's fun with a month. I hate it.
Hack month coming.
Now you're with me.
Yeah. Even Robin Other, we spent some time at the water park, and I was like, this guy's got the goods. I had my cowboy hat on. I was extra, mad old man at the water park.
Yeah, it's your hate cane.
Yeah, this is my hate cane. And I'm getting better. I walked almost the entire water park with no cane.
Excellent.
I was doing it.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka was a hateful man.
He was a monster. He was a monster of a man.
He had slaves. He yelled, you're not getting the prize.
Good day, sir. He told them, good day. He's yelling at you.
Second book, he instigates first contact against an alien species and goes immediately to war.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's touchy. He's a touchy man.
So, Ross, Daniel told me something this morning that I was like, I've never heard of that. And
was it a Snapple fact? Because they're mostly not true. They're mostly BS.
Is that true?
Yeah, they're always wrong.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that.
And I know that because EJ gets most of his knowledge from Snapple facts, and it hurts us at trivia, quite frequently.
EJ gets his knowledge from dated beverages. That's great.
So Daniel told me that they saw a new building being built in
there's a couple
in
of
Baldwin.
them. There's one down here that's apartment parking garage. You may pass it, when you're coming out of here. Then there's another one closer to like the Jeff's Bagel Run in Winter Park.
Okay.
There's another a big parking garage that's being built there, right next to Foxtail Coffee and Jeff's Bagel Run. And do you want me to say what I saw on the top of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so both of these buildings have they're not done. They're currently being built, and they've just been they're just fleshing out the structures. So it's just started, but they got the main pieces going. And at the very top of each building, both of them, there is a flagpole with an American flag, and then next to the flagpole with the American flag, there is a small, undecorated green Christmas tree.
So Daniel's like, Daniel's like, what's that Christmas tree? Then Andrea said, oh, yeah.
She was confident. And what I mean by confident is my wife has the same confidence that Tom has. And she hates it when I say that, but she's got it, Ross. And she also likes to tell me how stupid I am like Tom does. So she turns to me and Maisie is like, she gives me the, like Tom, she goes, yeah. They put a tree topper on every building that's being built. They put a tree at the top of it. It's a good luck thing. It's like a banana on a boat. And I'm looking at her like, what the are you talking about? That's not a thing.
And then Daniel tells me this, and then because he said that she's confident,
she is confident.
I immediately thought it was BS. That she just made that up because I was like, I've never seen this, and I've never heard of it, and I never noticed there was a Christmas tree.
Yeah, there's always a Christmas tree, and I've seen them.
And I was like, what? But it's not even near, it's about to be June.
I've seen them for years. I've always looked at them and been like, what the hell is that? But my wife was like acting like this was some sort of piece of knowledge that everyone had, and that like I'm an idiot for not knowing. Merchman, do you want to? Merchman gave us what he thinks it is. Do you want me to tell? Eric Merchman's in there. He said that means that's where they placed the last beam. That's what Merchman said.
Okay, though that's a thing. But why a Christmas tree and all year round? Like, I understand if it's adjacent to Christmas, if it's like November, even in January, you're like, it's a festive thing. It's but in May, you're putting a Christmas tree up on the top of a building.
I've been on a million construction sites before I was a housewife surveying.
Yeah,
and the only time I've seen anything like that is if it was like a tall building and they had like a big crane. Maybe at Christmas they'll put like Christmas lights on the crane.
Yeah.
Or like a flag on top of the crane. I've never seen a Christmas tree undecorated on an unfinished building ever.
I've seen tens of them.
Huh.
Yeah. And
I
you want to know?
noticed.
I looked it up. Do you want to know exactly?
Okay.
We will have. We'll have chat. Oh, hold on. I'll just read it because it's just easier. The tree at the top of a new building is part of a tradition called a, quote, topping out ceremony or topping off. It's typically done when the last beam is placed atop a structure during its construction. The tree, often a small evergreen or branch, symbolizes, quote, good luck and safety for the workers, respect for nature, especially if trees were cleared for construction. That's funny. Celebration for reaching the highest point of the building. Sometimes they also include a flag, or a banner with the construction company's logo. It's mostly symbolic and a way to mark a construction milestone and a nod to European building customs. It's an old world European building custom.
And it's only at the end when they they place the last beam,
the highest point. Chat room, Kupo J says, I've been to a few topping out ceremonies. That's weird.
It seems weird because like nobody's more business only than a construction site, and for them to take a moment to put out a fake, hey guys, everybody, all you hungover bricklayers, come over here for a second.
That's what no, it's not the ceremony I was concerned about. I asked this question to TC. TC and I show up to the building site, right? We both show up. He's driving that day, and we got our McMuffins, and we're ready for diarrhea. And we get out, and they go, Van, you're up on the crane, Dennis. Go into my office and get that Christmas tree and get up there and build it and put it next to the flag.
You're right.
I'm getting clowned all day, right? Because I'm building the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Right?
Is it a fake tree? Or is it
Van's going to bully me when we drive home. He's going to bully me for building the tree, right? Because, like, the bitch gets to build the Christmas tree, right? Who gets to build the tree, right?
Well, counterpoint, like, the tree building guy probably gets to work in air conditioning for, like, 20 minutes. That probably is, like, a peach.
You think they let him build it inside and move it out?
I would think so.
You don't think
He's in the trailer with the boss.
Oh, that'd be awesome. With the receptionist.
But it also...
Is it good or bad, though? Is it like you're a whiny bitch if you get to do the tree, or is it like I'm the manager, so I build the tree in the air condition with Bernadette, the receptionist?
By the way, there's never a receptionist. They learned that lesson like 100 years ago. There's never a receptionist on a
trick
construction
question.
site.
As soon as they could stop sexually harassing the women on the workplace, they're like, let's get them out of here.
Which would you rather do? Stop sexually harassing the women or get rid of this Christmas tree? Now keep the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny that that's a weird tradition within the construction industry that I've never even heard of. That it's probably based on what construction company's even doing it. Like some
it must
old
be regional too, because
a lot of people didn't know it.
Never happened in Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay.
The chat room is saying that they didn't know of the tree. They only knew of the flag.
And maybe sometimes they don't do the tree, but I mean, obviously the tree is.
Yeah,
a thing.
I've seen the tree for years.
Yeah.
I've seen the tree, and but you know what's funny is that this drives Tom crazy, and this is another thing I wrote down. It drives you insane that I will see things for years and just be like, I don't care. Right? Let's talk about that for a second.
You never bother to look at it?
It's got to drive him insane because I'm like, yeah, I've seen this for years, and he's like, well, why didn't you say anything? I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about it.
Oh, you never looked at your phone could easily tell you. It just did. You know, like all mysteries are solved. There is no mystery.
You can solve them.
Yeah. And then, I love living in this world where I look at something, I'm like, what's that? And then I look it up. I look up why my wife feels this way. Like, and it tells me. Seriously. I'm like, why does my wife get so mad at me when I try to solve her problems that she tells me?
But are you satisfied with the answer?
Well, the internet told me it's like they are.
Of course, it is.
The computer, because a computer now can tell me like AI.
Give me the truth, AI.
It scans the world and it knows the answer out of billions of pieces of information.
Good pivot.
You should ask it, should I be using you to run my life? And see what it says.
That's a
What if
great
it says
pivot.
no, though? What if it says no?
So ask AI right now if AI knows all the answers to every question in the world. I think it does, because it says, then it gives me the answer, and then you talk to a therapist or whatever, and I'm like, no, that's the right answer, because it's like my wife is looking for not for me to solve her problems, but she's looking for just me to listen to her BS or whatever.
Okay, all right, well said. Here, I just had ChatGPT. If it knows everything, here's what it says. Let's see what it says here.
Not quite everything, but pretty close on a lot of things. I've been trained on a massive range of topics: history, science, tech, pop culture, etc. And I'm constantly updated, but I still have limits. If it's super new, like breaking news or something that just happened, I might need to search the web. If it's personal or private, like what someone is thinking or a locked away document, I can't access that. If it's subjective, like who's the best band ever, I can give opinions, trends, or arguments, but not a single right answer. Basically, I'm your know-it-most sidekick, not a god. But I'm fast, thorough, and don't sleep. Got something wild you've always wanted an answer to?
I do like that it said not a god. That gave me a little confidence. It gave me a little more confidence that it said that.
It sounds like it has just started up the curve of Dunning-Kruger. Like, it is it's not quite to the peak yet, and it's definitely not down at the bottom. It's just started up the curve.
Yeah, I could see that.
He's the best god I've seen. He's giving me the most answers. So you're my god.
Oh, I was going to show you something that ties in perfectly to this. There is a new feature on ChatGPT. I've only used it a couple times. I did use it for when we interviewed comedian TJ Miller. Guys, you can go back and listen to that if you want to. It is at tomandan.com. He was great to have in, and he stayed damn near the entire time for he did a whole segment with us, and then he came and did the beginning of the Friday Free Show to talk about his charity. So check that out. So our buddy Ryan, or Ghost of Manute Bull, he's been using this new ChatGPT deep research feature. What it'll do is you can put in anything, like let's say Ross said fireworks. I want the how they were invented and the history of fireworks. You could go deep research and hit a button, and then it will say, hey, I'm going to start working for you in the background. I'll work for 20, 30 minutes, and then I'll email you and let you know when I'm done. Oh. And it does a bigger, supposedly more arduous kind of a dig into
a bigger deep dive.
Yes.
And rather than the 13
Surface
seconds
skim.
it takes. Yeah. It skims it.
So our buddy Ryan used this. Now, I will tell you, I've used it like maybe 10 times or so. You can't do it very often. It only gives you like 30 a month. And then it's like, well, you're done. Because it's like, I'm sure it like,
You'll
I'm
acquire
sure
too
every
much
time
knowledge
I
and become
click
too
it,
powerful.
Like I did, like, what's the history of the word farts? And I clicked it. I'm pretty sure I burned down all these rainforests doing that. Right? I'm like, farts. And then all the computing power it takes. Yeah, the heat. I'm just boiling fish, right? I'm literally just boiling the ocean.
You don't even care.
I don't care. That's the thing about it. I asked ChatGPT, do
it.
I care about this? It's like, I won't even read it if you tell me if I do or not. All right, so Ryan says, have you tried this? He kind of brought it to my attention. Then he goes on to say this. I decided to try it out and find out whose naked boobs in Hollywood have had the most screen time. Here's a brief summary. I cannot vouch for the accuracy of this list, but I did ask it to only include American Hollywood actresses and not to include any adult performers. I'm a little reluctant to trust this list since Heather Graham, who I think is topless in 90% of her roles, was not included. And then you can kind of see the list is from ChatGPT. Number 1 was Eva Green. Don't know who that is. She was on screen in all of her roles. Course of her career, she showed her breast for 29 total minutes.
Okay, maybe this had. I wonder if they like ChatGPT did it with the amount of normal acting time and comparative to the amount of time she had her boobs out. See what I'm saying? Like, because she's not a big star, her
oh, you mean like B-level actress?
Her boob to non-boob appearance ratio.
Yes, yeah.
Are you saying that she
Ross, I understand.
So she may have,
I can't explain.
She may have leveled her average up because she was in some classics like Bikini Car Wash 2.
No, like whereas Heather Graham has like shown her boobs and everything, she's done maybe like 20 minutes of boob time, but 150 hours of non-boob time. Whereas this lady, maybe it's like 30 minutes of boob, 30 minutes of non-boob. It's a closer ratio.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
It's like if you only played 3 games in the NFL but scored 3 touchdowns, you get 100%.
Oh, yeah.
There's like,
you're a stud.
Yeah, but you've only played 3 games.
Right.
Exactly.
Then surprisingly, we go with number 2 is Helen Mirren with 25 minutes. And back in the day, she was in Caligula, Helen Mirren.
Okay.
I mean, like back in the day, Helen Mirren is a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how you cut it, old, not old, whatever you want to do, she's just a gorgeous human. Like, she's hot. Angelina Jolie, 24 minutes. Juno Temple, 23 minutes. Nicole Kidman, 21 minutes. It goes on and on. He's just saying that he doesn't necessarily trust it because there's no Heather Graham on here. We close it out with Penelope Cruz, Charlize Theron, Roseanne Arquette, Helen Hunt.
Yeah, but we're talking 21 minutes.
That's a lot of boob time.
Graham, like, obviously he was topless a lot in Boogie Nights, but
it's a lot less total boob time.
Yeah. I mean, like, not in other movies she was topless, but I mean, I can't think that it would be more than 5 minutes. Like
total.
Total.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying?
Just it's more memorable.
Yeah.
Also, and I think there is psychology here. Heather Graham is another gorgeous woman that we all wanted to see her boobs. So when we were like, oh, she's offering them to the world, we're seeing them. You know what I mean? Like, it was a appointment boobs.
Yes.
It wasn't just like some lady showed her boobs. That's different.
It was a bigger deal.
It was a bigger deal.
I think that skews.
Like, you would search roller girl.
Yeah,
Raise your hands if you've typed roller girl into Google. I have, because I'm not a goddamn liar like the rest of you radio professionals out there that lie about masturbating. I'm looking at you, Jim Colbert.
I like that, given the infinite range of possibilities to set this digital genie to, this is what we choose to do.
Yeah.
Hello, thing that claims to be just short of God. Tell me who's shown their boobs the most on film.
I mean, that is so Tom and Dan. It's good to know that our listeners do the things we want them to do, right?
Yeah.
Like if he just said, like, I use this.
Yeah.
Like, I actually used ChatGPT last week to create a game with Maisie. That's far too productive.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Should we take a break and come back?
Let's do it.
We have a guest when we come back. We'll get some jokes from him.
We'll get to it here in a second. Awesome. All right, so that is Monday 1.
Yeah.
Perfect. I forgot that we were so far ahead.
Yeah, we'll just come back and do 2 and then just jump into the BDM show. Get it knocked out.
Yep. I love that.
I just figure we'll wait for Zadie to call in.
He's probably on there. Let me grab him. New meeting. Start. Here. I bet he pops in immediately. Let's see if he texted me. Everybody go find A.D. Bryant, the comedian, playing Jelly Roll on John Mulaney's show. Just for it's funny. Just find it.
What's John Mulaney's show now?
It's just the one he does, the crazy one.
Okay.
Yeah, the crazy one. That's the only way I can explain it.
Yeah.
I've only seen
It's on
clips.
Netflix?
I think so.
Yeah, with the puppets and all.
Yes, that's the one.
I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah. This is not working. Okay, you stoop. Oh, Norm saw it. I'm glad you saw that, Norm. Yeah. She didn't know anything about him, and like Milady had her in makeup, and like she knows none of the songs or anything. She's just standing there with the whole outfit. It's stupid. It's just stupid. That's all. I like how dumb it is. This is not working. Let me give him a new link. Hold on. Chat. I think it reset our link, buddy. Copy invite link. Let me hit him up with an email. It should be a permanent link, but sometimes not. Oh God, what's his email?
He's got bobzany.net. I know that at that house.
Bob Zany.
What have we've been calling the Zany report? Zany report, right?
That time of the month of Bob Zany.
Oh shit! He's coming to. No, this has to be old. I don't think Porky's is around anymore.
No, he is. He's coming. He's doing Porky's in November.
Is that Porky's?
Is it gone now?
No, Porky's is still around, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Comedy Club is.
Excellent. When we're going to that, right?
I think we're doing a meetup.
Or do you want to go to Off the Hook in Naples? He's got that too.
Where is? Come on. And he hasn't texted me yet. Yeah, we may have to just keep moving.
All right.
I'll text him.
Have you looked at his merch site? Have you looked at his merch?
I have not.
DVD, of course. 3 T-shirts. Eat salmon, the other pink meat.
No. Yeah.
I like that. I will wear that.
My real name is Big Dick McGee. And wake me if you're horny.
That's the Tom. That's the Tom.
All right. That's the 3 best shirts that have ever been presented, Ross.
I don't see him popping in either. Fucking Zoom, you piece of shit.
A perfect gift for any couple. Quote, wake me if you're horny, end quote, is a fun shirt you should have.
See, there's so many levels to this because it implies that you're asleep for the most of the time? Or like, what is this? Your wife's waking you up in the middle of the night. You're sleeping on the couch or something, and then
you're going to bed. She's asleep already, so you're not getting any. But like, you're going to sleep, so you put the shirt on.
Yeah,
she wakes up and she's horny. She knows that you consent to being awoken.
I'm gonna have to work on this later. Yeah, I'll just work on it later. I think it's a Zoom problem on our end, and I'm sorry.
That's all good.
We had it fixed, and you can see everybody, but I don't think he has our new Zoom address, and I just sent everything to him, but I don't think it's working for him. So.
Let them know who you are. My real name is Big Dick McGee T-shirt will draw looks everywhere you go, baby.
Baby at the end.
That's a catchphrase.
It's
on his card. It's on his card.
Every sentence on this website ends in baby.
It's on his card. See, Bob Zaney, baby. Okay. Baby.
Yeah.
That's how he says it.
That's the That's my
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, Bear Zaney. Are you my Bob Zaney?
Live in Las Vegas, unplugged, plugged up, baby.
Do you want to start?
Yeah. We're just coming back.
Okay.
And now that I'm not sure where we'll go, but we can talk.
Let's talk about the movie phone trick.
Okay.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Bring us back. 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Real quick, the Orange County Library System is doing their Book Fest May 17th.
It's my favorite system, by the way. Orange County Library System.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I know. Yeah,
There's a lot of systems out there, Ross, but this one I find to be only positive for the most part. You know what I mean?
I love the library.
Like, it's a positive system.
Downtown Library is like one of my favorite places in town.
So many horrible, oppressive, terrible systems out there. Not the library. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I love you, library.
Brad Meltzer would be there.
Aside from like free media and all that stuff, you know what I love about the library? Nobody's ever been rude to me there. Everybody who works at the library is like friendly and nice and like on board for it. Like they're there to do it. It's
Knowledge
awesome.
should be that way, right? It should be a positive place. Brad Meltzer's going to be there. I've been telling my Andrea's in the chat room. We signed up Maisie for some of these amazing summer classes at the library. They're just pop-ins. Okay. They're just like a couple hours, right? So if you have a kid that doesn't necessarily want to do a full camp, because I understand that's a full commitment, and sometimes kids go like, oh, God, I don't want to be there all day. This is like, Andrea's able to drop her off for a couple hours. She does like knitting, or like, I think she's doing one where she gets to make stickers on a Cricut machine. And she's like, I can make my own stickers? I'm like, yeah, the library, and it's free. And there you go. We signed you up, and it's awesome.
Dude, they got podcast studios. They got, like, video studios. They got, like, you can learn how to, like, do a forklift, like, in a virtual trainer. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah. She's doing Cricut stickers, and they're doing 2 hours of homemade earring making. Yeah. So you can drop your, like, maybe I'm a bad father, but I don't think I am. I think I'm a smart father, because my kid is not bored, and I just dump her off at the library, and they take care of her while I can go home.
Did somebody say library?
Yeah. What?
Because our Silverfish Man's here.
He's here.
Hi, guys. It's me, Silverfish Man, but not the Silverfish Man you know.
Oh, my God. Don't tell me somebody stole your DNA and created a new version of you.
That's a good idea. Let me write that down.
Well, I can't tell you guys apart. I don't know if you can say this, but all silverfish look the same.
Yeah, they do. And some of my best friends are silverfish.
I am the Silverfish Man you know, but from the future.
Future Silverfish Man?
This is getting stranger. All right. He's day drinking again, Tom. I think he started with that on another show.
I'm pretty sure alcohol kills silverfish like immediately, but I've never touched the stuff. You recently had a man on it called the Exterminator.
He did come.
And Tom, I don't listen. You texted me about his challenge to meet him on top of the library at midnight on Saturday in a duel.
There's a Christmas tree up there too, where the last beam was put out.
I'm here to tell you, unfortunately, the Exterminator won. In my reality, he won. He beat me, Silverfish Man, on top of the library, and then went on and proceeded to destroy every bug in Orlando.
Whoa, that's not good for the environment.
It's not good for a number of reasons, Dan. I'm here to tell you now. He turned on his pal Centipede, killed all the centipedes and pill bugs as well.
Yeah, I like pill bugs. Pill bugs are harmless. What do they do?
Do you have any idea what this led to, Tom? In the future, Orlando is a city controlled by spiders.
That would be terrible. I really do not like spiders.
If you eliminate the bugs, the arachnids move in.
True, they're stronger, more hardier, older bug.
I've heard that before. Yeah.
So I've come back to the past to find myself Silverfish Man and get me to go and defeat the exterminator finally, once and forever.
How high are our listeners when they load this up, right? They load it up high, real high, gab level high.
Yeah.
And then they just ride it.
Unfortunately, someone's on my tail from the future. I can't stay long. Silverfish Man away!
All right.
He's gone. Oh my God. Hey, Ross, what's up, buddy? How are you?
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was wild. That was absolutely wild. The chat room.
Dude ate my notebook.
Most people hate silverfish just by the way that they look.
They are creepy.
They are very creepy.
They're creepy as hell. Like I put earwigs number 1, silverfish number 2 on your creepy bug list.
Earwig. Never seen an earwig.
Really? Like imagine a silverfish, but designed for stealth. It's all in black, and it's got like a double scorpion claw on the back of it. They're gross. They're awful.
I do like rhino beetles. Those are cool, but
That's
you
cool,
don't really see those guys anymore, right? Like as a kid, you used to see them marching all around. And you'd be like, "Oh, look!" and you'd like follow them.
Here in Florida?
Well, I haven't seen one in a minute, but I don't go outside ever. I'm like the boy in the bubble.
I'm just saying, I don't think I've ever seen one in Florida.
Yeah, I've seen them. You used
Interesting.
to see them as a kid.
So let me ask you a question.
Please.
My son's birthday, his actual birthday, is in 2 days, and
You're getting him a gun, right? Like a long gun.
Well,
Because we lower the age for that.
Yeah,
I feel like it's time.
You getting a guy in like a Silverfish Man costume to show up and like throw the kids?
You're going to do that? If you do that, your son will go on to be a UCF level kicker, and then he'll transfer to Boise State with the portal open.
So
That's true.
I haven't gotten him anything for his birthday yet, because he doesn't really want anything.
You're a lucky dad.
Well,
that's the greatest gift the son can get a dad is like, I don't want anything, Dad.
But he will be disappointed if he doesn't get anything. You see what I'm saying?
Well, hold on a second.
Right.
He's a man, not a woman. That's a woman.
No.
That's called gift giving. You are supposed to love a person so much that you are aware of something that they would want, that you acquire for them and give them to produce a feeling of delight. That is called gift giving. What you are thinking of is called shopping. When somebody tells you, "Hey, I need groceries, go get them for me."
Okay, all right. Well,
is this called Simple Things with Ross and Tom?
Ross defines words.
Write down Simple Things with Ross and Tom, because that could be a whole new web series.
Yeah, but if he doesn't want it, or like doesn't want it enough to say like, "Hey, Dad, I want this for my birthday," then I feel like getting it is kind of a waste of money. Or at least it's like, do you like? You didn't even want this. Like, here's something I think you wanted. And he's like, oh, okay. I'm sure
then get him something small. Right? Well, then you can just go small.
The part you're missing is where you figure out something that he wants that he doesn't even know he wants.
You
have to.
Oh, that's real hard.
Get a good gift.
He'll never know. You know,
it's hard.
He is notoriously a bad gift giver. Red Bull. Red Bull. The Red Bull has been chasing this show for how long have we been doing this? 18 years now. The Red Bull.
You like soup and you like the color red.
He bought his wife a plastic soup bowl.
So
my wife used to be awful at gift giving. It was one of those things.
Give me an example.
It made her stress out, and so she would get like. So for one example, when we lived together in Statesboro, Georgia. Like everything was so close, like we just biked everywhere. Our car was kind of broken down most of the time, and we couldn't afford to fix it, so we biked everywhere. So I had a bike. So one birthday, she went to the local bike shop and got me like $600 worth of bike crap I didn't need or want, like fancy helmet, like gloves, a pump to attach to the frame, like a lock with an extra
bib,
lock. And
know?
Dude, when I went to return it all, they gave me such a hard time. Like they really gave me a hard time about it.
Did you tell her you were returning it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Was she upset about that?
No, she got it.
You know that's one of the only things that, because it takes a lot to get me to feel like Tom in a situation where I'm uncomfortable. It takes a lot. But returning a gift, you may have nailed one, because I don't think I've ever done that, because I don't think I can. There's a sensitive part of me that, like, if somebody gave me something and I don't like it, I'm just like, you have to hold on. Now because I don't like it and they gave it to me, now I have to keep it forever. Because if I throw it away, there's a chance that they could get back to them. I threw it away. And that's how crazy I am.
This is a story that I kind of feel like disproves the idea of it's the thought that counts. Because like my wife was like, oh yeah, he'd like some bike stuff. She really like genuinely thought that. but she was wrong.
And it didn't really count for anything, right?
Well, that's what he's arguing against. Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? The thought did count. I was like, oh, what a great thought. But then at the end of the day, it resulted in all this crap I don't need.
But you got $600.
And we were broke. Like, we didn't have this money. So, like, I had to go return it.
Did you get it?
And then it just went back into the coffers.
And, like, but it was one of those things where, like, everything I was like, the guys were like, you sure you don't want this bike pump? It's real handy. You sure you don't
handy?
Like, yeah, dude. Because it was they're little local bike shop. It was a big sale for them. And suddenly I'm, like, returning it all. They're like,
they
basically crying.
She almost gave you like a crappy experience of returning the stuff to a hard to return small bike shop.
And you got a small hard time with some local business owners.
And she does listen to this now, so I will note that she has learned slowly over the years, and she's an excellent gift giver now. She's a great gift giver.
All right. Well, like, so my son, I suggested, I was like, how about a new bike? Because your old bike is too small.
Yeah.
And
that's an epidemic around Baldwin. And this is a PSA. Look, I don't think I'm Billy Bikes or anything. You ride bikes, Tom. Everybody, you put these kids on these little bikes, and their knees are like the little electric bikes or the little bikes that people use out of their trunk to go down to their job or whatever. And then your kids' knees, you're going to screw up your kids' legs. Don't do that. They need to be on a proper sized bike. And mess their legs up.
So I was like, I'll get you a bigger bike. And then he's like, oh yeah, okay. But it's like, I need something that the videos, America's Funniest Home Videos of the kid opening the gift, and then he's losing his GD mind.
Yeah.
And so much so they put it on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
So like the guy
I did that. When my dad got me a Sega Genesis, I cried and I hugged him.
Yeah.
And I still remember kissing his shaved face that smelled like Brute aftershave.
Yeah.
I did that. That was a thing.
I want that.
Don't let anybody tell you that that's not a thing. It is a thing. It's just kids these days don't do it.
Well, you know what? He does want a new Oculus.
And that's how you move the needle.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. You need a Doc Oculus.
Yeah, but it's not good. He's stuck in the virtual
do you
world.
Do you want to be popular or you want to do the right thing?
Right.
Now, do you want to know what old Danny Denny going to say?
You want to get a kiss on your cheek? Or you just want him to go,
do you want a kiss? Do you want a kiss on your Brute by Fabergé cheek?
I can't.
Or do you want to do the right thing? Because I'm telling you right now, if you buy that Oculus, he will kiss your face.
Also,
he'll hug you so hard, he'll squeeze you, and you'll feel it, and it'll feel good.
Have you been replaced by aliens? I don't think I've ever seen you consider disciplining your kids in any way. Like, your kids want something and you're thinking about not giving it to them?
Who are you? Not going to do this. He's not going to. I guarantee you won't do it. I've been trying to devil on his shoulder, get him to do this for weeks.
No. It's just
get it.
And it just doesn't happen to all kids, and just some kids I think are predisposed to, I think it's my addictive brain disease that they got, some of it or whatever. It's like they're just like video games and would rather. I mean, if I said, hey, there is no regulation, you could be on the Oculus. I'm not paying attention. I'll feed you dinner.
You don't have to go to school ever again.
No, you can go to school.
I would just be naked in my room on an Oculus.
Do your homework, but then the rest of the time, no regulation. I think they would just have the Oculus, and then they would do something bad to their brains that many hours a day on the. It would screw their brains.
It's like
up,
people that stay at a desk for so long that they get a hump in their back, right? That's what I always think. I seriously think that about the Oculus. I'm like, oh, you're gonna get a hump in your back.
And now I say that I have no idea. I'm sure some neurologist would be like, oh yeah, don't let them be on a damn Oculus in virtual reality 5 hours a day.
But also, let me counterpoint. The chat room, there's a heavy dose of kids just love video games, and they got that too. So there's a little bit of that too. Video games are awesome.
But you know what? It's I'm starting to move towards, because I was talking to my buddies over the weekend. They came and stayed with me about their kids.
I'm not one of his buddies. I'm
video
just a
games.
I
was talking to you yesterday.
Some racist old man in a cowboy hat that sat at his son's.
I barely see
him. They made racist grandpa sit in the corner. They ostracized me because of the cowboy hat. And I held strong on Cowboy Hat Sunday, and I wore it, and I had my hate cane.
So yeah, Dana shows up with a cowboy hat, Coors Light, Taco Bell pants.
I had Taco Bell pants. I had a Coors Light tank top. My cowboy hat and a hate game, and I was like, "Whose minority needs to get yelled at around this water park?" I'm joking.
So I was asking them about. They're like, "Oh yeah, and they're like, oh, my sons are, they play too much video games too." But they were describing like an actual like Xbox or whatever game that they got into that they were playing, and I was like
a Call of Duty addiction,
something like
right.
And it wasn't the open world slot machine Roblox worlds that my
you just hate that your kids play video games you don't understand.
Yeah,
well, I think what he's trying to say, maybe I could be wrong.
Yeah.
There's a difference between going and playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, where I am a ninja
mission.
and I have to assassinate this man, or just living your reality in a game.
Even
because that's not a game. That's just I spend all my time running the streets. My reality is now in the game, and I'm running the virtual streets.
I'd rather them play Fortnite, which they got into, but then got sucked away from by the slot machine of Roblox.
Dude, Roblox is a killer.
Because
Mr. Beast just signed a deal with Roblox. It's coming.
Yeah, because
Watch. He just signed a deal with Roblox. He's coming to Roblox.
Because they're making these games. They're not even really games. They're just like, how long can we hold your attention? Because that's how we get paid. How many times can we make you do a in-game purchase? Because that's how these developers, since it's open source, get paid.
They're never ending.
They want the Robux.
There's infinite levels. My wife is playing Monopoly Go right now. It's the same thing. It's not a game. There's no ending to it. Is it satisfying? Can you level up? Sure. But there's no ending to it.
Right.
It's not designed to, it's designed to capture your time, hold you there until you get frustrated, and then have you dump a couple of dollars in to get a few more spins. That's what it's designed.
God, I hate it. I kind of see what Tom's saying.
I knew you would. I knew you would, because I agree with him too.
Because there is a difference between like a video game where you're doing something and a time killer, where you're just killing some time.
But if you say that, you're a dumb old man, right?
I guess so.
And I disagree. I think there's a difference between living a reality in the game or playing a game that has an ending.
And then I'm watching, and then I'm like, what's the goal of the developer who made this game? And it's just to get them to buy in-app purchases and then stay on the, because it's the amount of time they get more money for advertising or for the even from the platform itself. And it's like when you're motivated by that, then it's like it's going to be more and more. And it's like how addictive can you make a slot machine? Like the people want to make them the most addictive.
You tell me the Elvis one in Bahamas almost sunk me, because it's got mini games. It's got him dancing. It's got Elvis in Las Vegas. It's got Elvis in Hawaii. It's got everything Elvis you'd ever want. It's got it's instant gratification. It's shooting dollars out. It's shooting lights into my eyes.
Yeah. So then that's what I'm concerned about. And I'm like, why do you like these games so much? And then I'm like, what is it doing to your brain? And that's why we're limiting it and constantly. They'd rather go to it all the time.
Yeah.
Like I want to, I'd love to play this. If they played Nintendo Switch with like Mario, the Luigi's Mansion, right?
Yeah.
Like I'd be happy as hell if they play Mario Kart. Play all day.
Yeah.
I don't even care. They want to play, but they're like the Roblox over there, like play me.
It is like that.
I was like, I'm a slot machine. Yeah. Like these games have
games
levels.
Are old. Mario's an old Italian man.
Yeah.
Come play with me.
Sometimes you get last. That feels sad. Come play me. No last.
You'll never get last.
I'll always give you coins.
You get coins for just coming to see me. Come to Roblox. Yeah, he's not wrong.
And then it's like you catch a big fish, megalodon, and then she's like, you catch
and
there's
no such thing as not catching a big fish. You will eventually catch the fish. There is no losing. It's like it's those games.
Of course not.
It's like the claw game that like everyone gets a rubber duck. I remember the first time I saw that. I hated that machine. I was like, what do you mean everybody gets a rubber duck? Then what the hell is this machine? I wanted to push it over.
Oh, my sons love the ducks. Piles of ducks.
Everybody gets a duck.
Like, oh
Play
my
until
God.
you win. That was another thing. Play until you win.
Right.
What? Play until you win? Then what the hell are we doing here?
That's what.
So do you get it?
I'm gonna download Minecraft. This sounds great.
Not Minecraft.
It's Roblox.
No,
it's Roblox.
Roblox.
I'll meet you in there.
Minecraft's great. I love when they play. They're building things, being creative. Whatever.
Minecraft is wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, that's boring now.
Roblox is the one I want to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
the Roblox game.
I need the. Constantly.
I sent Tom a video game just to show you the difference in games. I sent Tom a mini documentary of a bunch of guys that live in an incubator in Austin, Texas, that are millionaires. All 4 of them are millionaires from making simple games on Roblox. And the game that got the most amount of money on this particular documentary is a game called Bake the Baby. And it's about taking a baby, a newborn baby, and putting it in an oven and catching it on fire.
Does it give you...
And every time you do that, you get digital coins and stuff like that. And you use your digital coins to buy different colored diapers for your baby. And all the kids are addicted to dressing up their baby, which will make them buy real Roblox, which is real currency. This guy's making $45,000 a month on Bake the Baby.
Yeah, it's like
45 grand a month.
It's like Twitch. You buy diamonds, you tip us in diamonds. That translates to direct money. No, Twitch pays us. And the same thing is like that's how these developers get paid by Roblox. And Roblox takes their cut, and the platform and the developers are making.
Well, that is why I gave you your kid cash instead of. We were going to get him a Roblox gift card, but then I was like, "Don't do that. That's insulting to Tom. He'll slap it out of your hand. Just give him cold hard cash. It just looks better for everybody."
Yeah.
Give him the cold hard. But kids now, for instance, if you go and play Bake the Baby, and you can go and ask your mom and dad, like, "Hey, can I get a $20, $30 gift card? I want to change my baby's diaper into different sparkle diapers." And then you put real money in there. And that's why this guy, I think his average transactions of people playing, in the documentary, you see him on live and he says, "Oh, I have 13,000 people playing right now." And he says that and he goes, "Oh, they're buying the stuff." And you can see that he's just like, you instantly see money just cranking into this guy's account because kids are like, I guess parents are just like, yeah, go buy the diapers. You can do anything. Here's your Roblox gift card.
Well, this generation, you go to a birthday party. Oh, every kid wants a $20 Roblox gift card, and so all these parents are giving.
You can't find the gift cards. They're so. You can't find them.
And the kids are like, yeah, I'm happy because there's more slot machine money because there might as well be smoking old lady at the slot machine. They're addicted to it. Those old people at the slot machines, we should be sad for them. As a society, we're always like, "Oh, look at them go!" We think this person is.
We do prop them up a little bit, right? We're like, "You're cute. Cool. You're a sassy old lady."
This should be sad. This should be sad.
You want to shame them more?
Yeah. No, we should just be looking at me like, "Oh my God, this is a heroin addict on those streets."
See, like Jackal's got a counterpoint. He says they're doing it because it's fun. Think about how many quarters you pumped into Mortal Kombat machines, or Operation Wolf, or Double Dragon. But the difference that Tom's talking about is they're pumping money into it, and I think you actually had this with Max. I'm trying to use a real example where he he got a gift card and he used it to buy like a shirt or for his character or something. But that's not like it's not like a game. It's an experience within a world, and there's no ending. There's no good or bad. There's just like you exist in a fake world.
Yeah. And
instead of existing in the real world. And that's probably your problem with it, right?
And you're not even trying to do anything. There's no goal. And the goal may be arbitrary, like, oh, just jump on this or go here or catch this fish or whatever. Like, whatever the most addictive thing is, that's a designer. Like, if me and Daniel were designers, I'm like,
I want to make one.
I like, make it more addictive.
I'm not kidding. I want to make a Roblox game, and I'll make it family friendly, and I'll make it silly. I can write better than Bake the Baby.
Like Baby Catapult or something.
We can do way better than
absolutely.
that. Way better than that. Like, you want to help?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, dude, maybe we'll make Silverfish Man the game.
No, but we need to make it addictive and in app purchases.
Oh, we're going to have some of the most purchases. You're going to have buy many purchases just to start the game.
Yeah, you need to dress your silverfish up like a glitter silverfish.
You want the gold Trump shoes for your silverfish? Yeah. Sorry, that's $10,000.
Robux.
Did somebody say Silverfish Man?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'll be boys.
I hate Silverfish Man.
Oh, I forgot about this guy. This is hold on. This is
I hate Vaultfield. Silverfish Man came back into the past using a Vaultfield time machine, and now I hate him.
This is my favorite voice he does, so I'm more open to let this one go because it's the voice I love, you know.
Silverfish Man, I will find you and I will kill you before you defeat the exterminator. I hate Vaultfield Man away.
All right.
Real quick from the chat room, somebody asking, just because we have to go to break here in a second. Charles asked, "Is anyone here watching Last of Us?"
Yeah, I am.
I cannot watch it because I can't. I told you privately why I can't watch it.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes me look like a monster. It makes me a horrible person.
Yeah, well,
I have the same problem with that lead actress on that show, who is an amazing actress.
Yeah.
That I have with John Krasinski.
Was she also on Game of Thrones? Was she like the
she was the
little girl ruler
little girl
on Game
queen,
of Thrones?
right?
Yeah, she was really good on that.
Yeah, she's fantastic. But I don't like watching her. Just like John Krasinski, for something, when I would watch him, I'd be like, it just gives me it rattles my bones.
Sometimes stuff like that happens. Like there's a comedian who I think is very smart.
I'm sure I do this to people, right? Like people are like, I can't listen to that guy.
Like I like everything he says, but I can't stand his voice, Duncan Trussell. Like he's a great guy. I like everything he says, but something about his voice, I cannot listen.
Yeah, but the show, I've seen clips. I think it's phenomenal. I think she does a great job. And the reason I think she does a great job is because they pretty much played it like the game. And that game, I played the game before I even knew it was ever going to be this. And the game, to me, I wish everybody had experienced it as a game.
Yeah.
Even you, Tom. Like, I know it's not your thing, but it was so... To me, it was so much more powerful playing it. You're almost connected to it. It's a great tie-in, perfectly. The game Last of Us is a great example of a game that is the exact opposite of your Roblox problem. This game was like, I remember playing it, and when certain things happen, no spoilers, you cry. You're like, whoa!
Because you're in the story.
Yeah, really good writing, really great voice acting. Won so many awards. I mean, it was a 2-part game. I mean, I just wish everybody could have experienced it like that. But I think they did a great job. I know exactly what point of the show we're at right now, and I watched that scene, and holy smokes, it's great. They did a great job, but I can't watch that lady. It's for some reason, I don't know.
It also it's probably how I was raised, even though I'm pretty weak compared to the normal Florida real man. You know what I'm saying? I had...
You're like a Miami, Florida real man.
I was on the real man path, then my dad died, and then went weak. I went to the streets.
No, I think you went unorganized. I don't think you went weak.
Well, I'm just saying...
You're not weak. I would disagree with that hard. You're in tons of pain right now. You don't even know it.
But anyway, it's hard for me to believe and buy her being this huge badass that everybody should fear.
Like, I don't even think she'd have that tattoo. She wouldn't even get that tattoo. That hurts.
There was a scene of her fighting I'm not joking, a 6'2", probably 230 pound,
like Julio Jones,
like lumberjack guy, and then they were like, she was like rolling around with him, putting him in an arm bar, and I'm like, you weigh half as much as you don't understand.
You're a small person.
It doesn't matter men or women. Like if that was a huge woman and a small man, like you would be killing that person. Like you're how big you are makes a difference. It doesn't matter how badass you are. Really.
Oh, trust me. My wife holds me down all the time, and I'm like, get the hell off me, lady.
Zombies and stuff, but it's just like, oh, okay. And now you got your girlfriend. You're riding on a horse. You're like take on an army together.
I agree. It went a little too. Walking Dead.
Yeah.
But that's a video game of it all, right? Because a video game heroine can do things that like no normal human being can do.
That's why I wish I told my buddy Will and Deland. Like I told him straight up. He's like, I'm watching the show. I was like, play the games. I just think the games are better. I just think, and I'm not typically a guy that would say it. Witcher. Play Witcher. Don't watch the series. Series is great. But play the game. The game is just, it's like when people tell you it's the new read the book.
But that's how sexist I am. I'm like, mushroom zombie? Check. Badass little girl? No, not so much. Well, bad writing.
This isn't rooted in reality.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more corporate time.
That's funny, dude. All right. We did Monday. Great job, y'all. A little something and nothing, and we got it done. What's next?
Now we'll just do a BDM show. So,
all right. Guys, I will do a brief switch over to Facebook.
And we will ACTs?
Yeah.
And Bob Zaney's.
We're rescheduling that. Yeah, I'm gonna reschedule that. Just because I know it's gonna be one of those things where I'm sitting here clicking things for forever and sweating. And it just kills time.
I guess Greg Goofy won't show up either.
So stupid. But I like him stupid. He knows I do. All right, 5-5. 26 minutes. Got that. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys.